The only player you need on your team. AyandaMVP. AyandaMVP. On Y.
Today we're diving into a topic that affects every one of us. On a Money Moves Monday, we're talking about our personal finances. South Africa has a diverse opportunity as well as challenges, but we as adults adequately need to prepare and handle our finances responsibly. And from budgeting to saving, even planning for retirement, there's so much in between. We really do need guidance on a regular basis. And that's why today we're talking to Nokuhle Kumalo, who calls herself the digital big sister. Professionally, she is a chartered accountant. She's also a digital content creator who makes content on finance, careers, and how to adult. Nokuhle, welcome to Home Run.
Thank you.
Thank you
Hi,
so
Ayanda.
much. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. And how are you guys as the Y family?
Girl, we can't complain, but we need your advice right now because it's looking tricky. Hey! Woo! Hey, kunzima man, Nokuhle. But that's why we want to start things off on a bright note in the brand new year of 2025 with a good start on what we need to do to prepare ourselves financially. And you're a chartered accountant, but you also chose to become a content creator by creating educational personal finance content. How did that come about? Let's start there.
So it was actually a mistake. I always say this because what had happened was obviously I just studied to be a chartered accountant.
Yeah.
And when I graduated as part of my new job, I had a lot of questions like, how do I buy a car? Or how do I file my taxes? My dad told me to invest. I'm like, okay, but how? So I went on a bit of a world tour trying to figure out how to do all of these things.
Yeah.
Google was not helping. All the content was like from the UK and the US. So I was like, this is a problem. Once I'm done with it, I'm going to come back and give feedback that my friends don't go through the same struggles. Fortunately for me, a lot of people resonated with that content. So what was initially meant for my close circle ended up, making waves. And that's how I became a finance content creator.
That's beautiful. And that's how you landed up here on Home Run because, girl, we need your finance guidance. Now, what would you say are the most common financial challenges faced by South African adults today, and how do they impact their ability to manage personal finances?
I think when it comes to finances, regardless of whether you're an adult or a kid, it's just that we don't talk about money. It's a taboo thing in our community, especially as, Black people. So we don't talk about money, which means we don't learn about money. So a lot of us deal with money using trial and error, where you figure it out eventually. But this is such an expensive route. And the current impact of that is that people are not budgeting, or they're getting into debt without understanding what it is or how best to use it. They're not saving or investing or even preparing for retirement. But, now it's fine because you can still save yourself if you're young. You can always make more money. But the future impact is worse because you end up not being able to retire because you haven't saved enough. So you have to work for longer, or you become a burden on your future children. And then you're going to end up living this thing of, the good old days because you kind of lived and I blew it lifestyle.
Oh my goodness, that is so true. Let's actually track it back to when we were in high school, because usually high school is what really prepares us for varsity in terms of life and the subjects there. But do you think the South African education system adequately equips individuals with financial literacy skills needed to make more informed financial decisions?
I'm going to say no. I mean, they do touch on it briefly, if you think about EMS, and everyone has to do EMS until grade 9.
Yeah.
But it's such a short stint, and there's actually usually a lot of confusion about who's responsible for teaching us about finances. People think it's the parents who need to teach their kids, but the parents assume that it's covered in school. And then, someone just assumes that along the way, someone will teach you. So we definitely don't cover it adequately. And I think this is something we definitely need to look into more.
Absolutely. And what role do you think financial institutions, employers or government programs play in promoting financial literacy as well as security among adults in South Africa? Are these efforts sufficient enough, you think?
I think they try. So, for example, financial institutions like your banks and everything, they'll have your websites with newsletters and little things to teach you. They'll even have consumer education drives just to try and bridge that. Employers will even do wellness drives. The government has various initiatives. But the problem isn't that they're not doing anything. It's just that it's not consistent enough. And people are not tested on this. So yes, I can hours on something, but if there's no assessment afterwards, how do I know that you got what I was saying? So the only time you actually get to test your money skills is with real money.
Yeah, when you're doing it yourself and then you end up making a decision you might regret. Woo! Okay, so let's focus on the practical steps then, or the resources that you can recommend for us South African adults to actually improve our financial preparedness for these long-term financial well-being.
I think in general, people need to talk more about money, whether it's with your friends, your family, children, peers. This not only helps you set expectations. So, some people will say they have black tax, but, your parents probably don't know that you view it as black tax. So just talk about it. There's also a lot of learning that you can actually get from your peers. Some people struggle to learn when it's like in a formal setting, or they'll speak to a financial advisor, but they'll start lying because they feel embarrassed. But the more you talk about it, the more you realize that money is just a numbers game. It's not meant to be personal. You're not meant to be secretive about it. And the more you're quiet, the more you're getting taken advantage of. But also, obviously, there's a lot of content that people can access, whether it's reading or listening to more constructive content. Like a lot of people have TikToks and YouTube. I also have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
But I think people just need to also just be careful about who they're listening to. Don't take everyone's word for it, because I can hop onto TikTok and do something right now which is completely wrong, and you might believe it. So also just assess who you're listening to.
That's true. Now we've got a lot of brand new students that are going to be entering brand new cities. I'm talking about varsity students that are starting their lives off independently away from home. What's the first advice you'd actually give to them in being ready to do life alone without parents or guardians being around to just lend a hand here and there?
I would say, obviously, enjoy yourself. Probably going to go into O week. You're going to make a lot of friends.
Oh, snap. I forgot about that.
I actually have a bit of FOMO. I wish I could redo my O week.
Oh, we all do.
But enjoy orientation week, but always remember why you're there and plan your life, okay? Don't think you've got, some people are going to experience their first pocket money in their bank account. So they're going to think they're rich. But just remember that no one is coming to save you. And if you're still confused, I luckily have a book that people can buy. And it is for university students, just, prepping them on their finances and how to make sure that they get a job after university. Because, you're not there for the whole time. You're just there to study. The long-term goal is for you to get a job and make money.
That's beautiful. Let's actually break down everything that you have done that we can catch up with. So with university students, you've got a book. What's the name of the book and where can we get it?
The book is titled Get Ready With Me, Work Edition.
I love that. You got that grip? Oh, snap.
Yeah, exactly. People can find it on www.lomaku.co.za. So it's LOMAKU. And then there's also the YouTube, but I would just highly recommend people to go to Instagram. They'll see all the different links for all the different things. It's Nokuhle Kumalo, and there's a blue check on Instagram so that you're not following the wrong people. But they can also check Ayanda's Instagram because you've kindly reposted. So
of course I did. Girl, I followed you back too because I was like, I ain't following no chartered accountants. My life got to change.
You know what they say? Yeah. You know what they say? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Nice to make a friend.
Yay! Okay, cool. So Nokuhle Kumalo, one word, no underscore, no anything in between, right?
No, nothing. Just an underscore, but yeah. Kumalo with no H, because I know some people are going to ask about it. It's Kumalo. Yeah.
I love that. Nokuhle, thank you so much for joining us. And I can't wait for you to actually join us in studio because you are going to be our person, when you are our person for 2025, Shem. Because, hey.
Say no more. You have my number.
I know that's right, girl. Woo! Any last words for our financial year looking like in 2025 for all of us adults right now tuned in?
I'm just going to say good luck, guys. We can all do it. And also be kind, okay? Money is like a journey. You're not going to get it right the first time, but with practice, you'll get there.
Absolutely. Oh, Nokuhle, thank you so much for joining us. Hermie, until next time when we catch up again.
Thank you so much, Ayanda. Ngiyabonga.
Bye.
Bye.
I love that. Nokuhle Kumalo, who is a chartered accountant and is also a digital content creator. She makes content on finance, careers, and also how to adult. So you can follow her on the socials on Instagram, Nokuhle Kumalo, Kumalo. She got that verified tick where you can get all the advice you need. And please trust me, this year, let us be more hands-on with our financial literacy. Let us be more hands-on with how we make our money moves for 2025 so we can really come alive. Not science.
We have everything you need.
Everybody loves that.
Just keep it locked. Why?
If you enjoyed this video, please tip me with a like, comment, and subscription.